You know, time's flying when you look at this older Red Riders packaging, and it kind of feels nostalgic. Even though it was just a couple years ago, this was an early 2023 2-pack, so actually 3 years ago now is about when this pack was being released, and it was before they made the switch to the full red packaging, meaning removing the white behind the blister and just kind of continuing the red throughout the packaging. I never actually got around to reviewing Thailand Conrad Camber, and so that is what we will be doing today. Now, Jonas Carver's came out in 2020 in the Thailand era, so there is no Chinese version of him. There will be the new Chinese version of him in 2026 Singles KC. I know it gets complicated, but today we're focusing on Mr. Camber over there for Team Shiny Wax. This is day 6 of the 12 Days of Christmas, Season 12, 2025, suggested by Brady 10B7. Really appreciate your feedback. I thought this was something that I should have done a long time ago, and now that you suggested it, it definitely fits into the 12 Days of Christmas season this year. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, this is crazy. It is nostalgic looking at this, and I got this so long ago. In fact, I think the first person to leak out the 2023 2-packs was a seller on Mercari, and they found them at some weird grocery store or something like that, and I bought all of them to do a video on them. And this one, since it was on such bad packaging, I just decided I'll eventually open it up to do the review of Conrad, and it literally just took 3 years about. So better late than never. But yeah, Conrad kind of has fallen into the background of the next gens, hasn't gotten released in a while. I believe he has been in a multi-pack or two, but yeah, I would not mind seeing him back as a single. Jonas, again, we are getting him this year as a single, so that would be his third all-time release, I believe. 2 in Thailand and 1 now back in China. Now this is how card backs should look. Completely filled up. I mean, this was when they were doing a ton of stuff for Cars 3 still. But now, I mean, we look at some of these 2-packs, and let me show you guys one of the more recent ones here. It just looks so bare. Not only are there not many packs, but Pat Traxon and Jeff Corvette for Cars 1 makes no sense. So, it just kind of shows the decline that we're on right now. I don't know. I don't want to get too negative, but they started off 2023 with a bang in terms of Cars 3 stuff. You had Chris Rostopsky with the white flag and Maddie McGear. Always, these next-gen 2-packs come in pairs, except for this year. We've only gotten one. But you have Harvey Rodcap and Barry the Pedal. This was a good one. Flo and Saludos Amigos Ramon. Now, Saludos Amigos Ramon had already been out, but still. And Jet Robinson and Caleb Worthy, another pretty good pack. All these were quite easy to find. And some of them lasted on the pegs all the way up until early 2025, I would say. But I'll be right back with this pack all opened up.
I feel like hell and you're in paradise. I'm so glad, and yet I'm not. I was too blind to know. I fell hard.
This 2-pack is very fitting for the holiday season. They literally are Christmas colors, even with the gold. It's a perfect fit. But that is completely coincidental. I can't take any credit for designing it that way. And just for laughs and giggles, I will show off Jonas here. Again, this is no different from his Thailand release. I might very well do a video on the new China variant that has come out right about now in KC of the singles for 2026. So the third case of 2026. That looks strange. Feels like there's some weird splotches on the back there. That looks very off. But yeah, let's focus on Conrad. There he is in the movie. Just a background racer. Doesn't get major screen time, even for a racer. I'll try my best to show you the best frame that he appears in. The Chinese version was released all the way back in 2018. So still China. That was right before they switched to Thailand. He was in I feel like it was the second or third case of 2018. Maybe, yeah, I think it was the third case because I don't know. The first case or two had the bonus collector cards that they kind of carried over from 2017. Obviously, Conrad did not. I wanted them to badly. I remember thinking there's got to be a bonus collector card version of Conrad out there. Never was. They didn't do any more after the Rich Mixon, Tom W. case, Metallic Cards 3 McQueen. So yeah, right in that era, I think he was in the case with Rev Rodages and Marcus Kranksler. So a pretty good case as they were releasing a lot of those Piston Cup racers around that time. Now, it does surprise me that I never got around to this video sooner is because they do seem quite a bit different here. The coloring is drastically off. Drastically different, I should say. The Chinese version is a lot more of an emerald green. You have the gold stripes coming in that are a lot more poignant. I feel like they aren't quite as crispy gold, more of a metallic yellow. And it's a softer green, more of a pastel green. I don't know if I like that. Certainly is a different look. Now I will say the spheres or the circles in the background, the rings, those pop a lot more. The black has been toned up on the lighter green background. On the Chinese version, they were a lot more faint. And honestly, I feel the design's different. Look in this corner here. See how a couple circles are overlapping there? You just don't really have that over here. So they moved the design around a little bit. Quite a bit of alterations here on the hood. And yeah, you could see how the stripes come down on the Thailand version. They just kind of fade away on the Chinese version. In my opinion, it looks way better. It looks more natural. Here, they just kind of end. You could see they don't even reach the splitter. They just kind of end a centimeter below, or not even a centimeter, a half a centimeter, a quarter of a centimeter below his mouth, very abruptly. And yeah, I mean, they end there and they kind of start at the edge of the, just above the grill there. That's very strange. I don't like that at all. It just looks so forced. All these rings they put in just kind of willy-nilly. They don't flow or anything. On the Chinese version, everything is super natural and it blends down from the hood nicely. So I don't know quite what they were going for with that, but kind of botched it. Now you can see this eyes. This is an eye plate, I should say. Plastic piece, whereas before it was a part of the main metal body. The windows are still plastic pieces as well. That didn't change, but they did paint the window bars black. So I would say that's an upgrade. Moving over to the sides here, he has black wheels with some silver trim. Now, on the Chinese version, the silver, in my opinion, is a lot more noticeable. Chinese is on top. The Thailand version, it's gray trim, really, at best. You could see it, but it's not that different. It doesn't pop out, doesn't really catch any glimmers like the silver on the Chinese version did. And again, you could just see how much more, or I should say, yeah, how much duller the gold star is on him. Look at how beautiful that looks, and the 82 pops off of it. Just not the case here with the Thailand version. The colors are just toned down. Now, the contingency sponsors are decently clear. Synergy, Carbon Cyber, Combustor, and Piston Cup. They're better on the Chinese version, but, it's not the worst thing in the world. I feel like the mistakes here are elsewhere, with the coloring and those rings on the hood. Arrow looks fine. You do have the exhaust pipes, which are indented. Those are fine. Gas cap there. That looks pretty good. You have the shiny wax logo here again. Just look how the gold ring around that logo pops. Here, it's just so dull. So drab. Again, look at the green on the 82 there. It's just brighter. All these colors are washed out. And it's kind of grainy. Taking a look here at the wings. I mean, we're running into the same problem over and over again with the colors. Maybe you like these more washed out colors, and that's fine. But for me, I like the vibrancy, especially compared side by side. I feel like if I saw the Thailand Conrad first, I'd be like, yeah, it's a pretty cool looking racer. I like it. But having the Chinese version first definitely does not help his case because it is way better. I mean, just look at the gold ring again around that logo. It highlights the logo, makes it pop off. Just don't really know why they could not even come close to that on the Thailand version because it really isn't that comparable. On the base here, you can see it was made R37A, meaning the 37th week of 2022 at the A factory in Thailand. All right, guys, it's guessing game. When was Chinese Conrad Camber made? I wanted to say Camber. I feel like I've said that before in the video because it's so natural to combine those two names, his first and his last name. But anyways, the game where I try and guess the exact date stamp that car has. So if he was relatively early, he was like Q1 2018, probably still made in 2017 though. This is a Chinese date stamp we're working with, so it's got to be the 3 digits plus the year digit, EAA. So I'm going to say he was made 3617 EAA. 3297. Damn. I'm about 32 days late. It's not bad. I should be better, though. I should be better. I feel like the closest I've got is within like 10. Need to do better. But yeah, guys, that is the comparison. Now, we did also get the Shiny Wax Tractor in 2020, which is a pretty cool release and one of the rarest releases they've done over the last few years. I feel like they did a better job with the decals on the tractor from Thailand than the next gen itself. Like, I think the gold looks slightly better. It's a little brighter. This is probably my favorite tractor they did. I also love his expression. Somehow he changed his eye color, though, from brown to blue. Yeah. And then just, I think it was, last week, I did the Damaged Next Gen Racers Part 2 video where you guys got to see a damaged version of Conrad Camber, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below. Usually I would say, who's your favorite Shiny Wax team member, which you can answer, but I want to know who's your favorite Thailand Next Gen in this model. So we're going for a very specific question here, but I do have a few examples to help you along. I think, and again, I guess you could include cars like Will Rush or Mafast Fong who don't have Chinese counterparts. I guess I'm fine with that, but it's really tough. I think Flipped Over here is an amazing Thailand variant because of the expression change and the colors still look great. I think Will Rush is beautiful as well. See, his gold, honestly, it's better than Conrad's. It's brighter. So Will Rush would probably be my favorite. He's really aged well for me. But yeah, H.J. Hollis, he's mid. Mafast Fong, he's pretty mid. I know there are fans of those two out there, so I apologize. But yeah, now we can get full Team Shiny Wax in attendance here. We have the 2 versions of Darren Leadfoot. We have Senior Trax, the crew chief, and we have Nebuchadnezzar Schmidt, the Pity, one of the craziest names for any car character within the Cars universe. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. What the hell are you doing for Christmas? That's what I want to know. It's day 6. We're halfway through the series, so I need to know, what are your Christmas plans? What are your holiday plans? Comment them below. Let's get some conversation going. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
It's telling me you'll catch my fall. So how do I feel the ground? I wear my heart, you wear a crown. Wish I